Hello, my name's Nicole, and today we will be talking about communication and relationships. And the main focus of this video is going to be about how to improve communication in your relationship when it comes to talking about major issues. So, the reason why I thought about doing this video is because I get it, sometimes it's hard to communicate on, topics we find difficult in our relationship because we're scared that we're gonna become overwhelmed with emotion when we talk about it, and that we're gonna express it in a negative way. So, if you're the type of person that gets heated when you're discussing something, then you might, display what you're trying to say in a very negative way. Or it might be that you think you're very good at talking about the issue, but every time you bring up an issue, you hurt that other person's feelings, or they give you a reaction that's negative, that's, you know, not what you're looking for, and therefore you become scared to even bring up a, issue with your significant other because you're afraid you're basically going to hurt their feelings. So in this video, I just want to bring up sort of my tips on improving communication in relationships, because we've all been there. We've all been in relationships where we've been presented with an issue, or an issue you've had to present, where communication may have not have gone as well as you would hope, or you want to improve it. So these are my tips that I've used. I'm not no expert. I just think, I feel like I might be able to help someone. So these are just my tips. Let me know in the comments below what are your tips when it comes to improving communication. But I'm just going to go and dive straight into it. So my first tip is, when being presented with an issue, to not be afraid to take a break. So whether that be a 5-minute break or a 2-minute break, it doesn't have to be long. Just a break to just kind of reflect on the issue at hand, or to let the other person, if you're presenting the issue, reflect on the issue at hand. Because sometimes, if emotions are running high, or if we feel like, it was coming, out of nowhere, sometimes you just need that few minutes to just kind of sit there, reflect, pull yourself together, and, figure out a way to solve the problem. My second tip is to basically just write down before you present the problem. So if you're the person presenting the problem, this might be more useful, is to just write down what the problem is, how that problem made you feel, and what you think could be done to solve the issue. Now, of course, you may not know, or, it might not be that straightforward, but if you have in your mind what the issue is, how it made you feel, and perhaps what sort of solutions there are to that problem, when it comes to actually talking about it to your significant other, it becomes so much more easier, and that person is going to be much more likely to take it on board and maybe come up with ideas themselves in a way that they can solve the problem that you both face in your relationship. My last tip is to just not attack the person that you are in a relationship with. Trying to express your feelings, your emotions, the problem in a more positive manner. Because sometimes, it may sound basic, but sometimes when we're in a relationship with someone, it can be very easy to just let the emotion sway the conversation than the rational side of you. So sometimes tensions get high, we start saying things that we don't mean, and we just start losing the battle when it comes to communicating effectively. So my last tip is kind of just make sure you do basic things or simple things, like instead of saying you need to do this, when you do X, Y, and Z, it hurts my feelings, change you to I, so it seems less of a personal attack. So instead you might go, I feel that this is a problem. This problem makes me feel like X, Y, and Z, it kind of makes it more friendly for the other person to take on board. It doesn't, that person doesn't feel like they have to get defensive, or doesn't feel like, it's attack on them. It seems like, okay, this is a problem that I've caused, or that, I need to work on. Maybe if I take it on board, we can work it out. So sometimes just doing little things like that can just change the communication, like the flow of communication, and make, the problem easier to solve. So those were my 3 tips. And I'll just repeat them in case, I bogged you down with too much. But basically, just take a 5-minute break, write down your problem before presenting it, and just change the way you express yourself when you communicate. So instead of you want to say words like I. So that's it. That's my video. Down below in the description bar, I will have 2 articles that are way more professional and portray what I'm trying to say in a better way. And that might be able to help you if you're having communication problems in your relationship. Leave me a comment in the description bar. Leave me a comment in the comment section about how you communicate. What do you do? Because I might be able to use them. I don't know. And lastly, I should be doing this. I want to do this like weekly, because I feel like I have a lot of just things I've learned in life that I would like to share with others. So that's it really. Thank you for watching. My name's Nicole, and I'll see you in the next video.